All right, so morning YouTube, right? We got to get ourselves this backup camera, okay? There's a few things. First, I got this whole backup camera set up, right? This whole mishmash or whatever from Amazon. I'll show you. It's like the Ecoconut or whatever. It's got 3 wires: reverse trigger wire, a red wire for your power, and black. I ran a continuity test with my multimeter, and the purple wire is the same wire all the way through. The ground and the red wire are the same all the way through. But I think the harness I had in the first Ecoconut was bad. So this is the second Ecoconut I got. I wired up the first one in a whole bunch of different ways. I don't know why. I should just be able to either tie into the head unit I have now, or it should be able to just tie into the back and then give me power. So I was having an issue where I wasn't getting a feed to the actual head unit from the camera. So I don't know why I was not getting power. So what we're going to do is, I got to see if I have some T-taps, because that's going to be a lot easier than continuing to cut and splice wires. Plus, I don't want to run into any other issues, and T-taps are kind of like a nice, easy way to kind of like get that job done. But first things first, when I was testing out different wires and yada yada yada, I blew a fuse for the head unit in the accessory panel. So I'm going to show you guys that, where my head unit's all like getting power from the first ignition fuse. And then we're going to go ahead and start trying to T-tap and wire this thing up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but that's the goal. That's the video I want to make for you guys today on this Ecoconut tailgate install. So I'll show you guys kind of like what I do along the way, because people are just kind of showing you the before, and they're kind of working on it, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's finished. And you're like, what'd you do behind the head unit? Because no one's showing that. So this is to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, okay? Okay, so we come into this accessory panel, alright, and we're going to look right here. That's my first ignition fuse, and you can see, I hope, yeah, you can see that. It is busted, right? Middle of the fuse, middle of that horseshoe, it's done. So we're going to go ahead and switch that out first, so we know we're going to have good power, and then we're going to start wiring this new camera up. So let's go. Focus. There we go. It's toasty. Look at that. It's supposed to be all connected, and there's a big dark spot in there. So, all right, now that we switched that out, let's keep on moving. Okay, so we had to call a little bit of an audible here. Let me take this all the way out. There we go. So we made our way over to Mr. Nate's house, right? And we're just going to go ahead and do a little troubleshooting here, because if we have to like make a wiring whatever, he's got the stuff to do it. And we are kind of up on the fence. We thought that maybe this whole truck might fit in his garage, and it might.
It's close. I think it would fit.
Yeah, it's pretty darn close, but we'll see. I think for now we're just going to kind of show you guys how I'm going to handle this tailgate here. Basically switch out this camera for the new one that we just got, and I'm going to fish the wire through. I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So let's go for that. Alright, so Nate had this brilliant plan, right? We were just over here like for the last 5 minutes thinking, oh, let's just run his wire through. Oh, maybe we can try hooking up my little hanger and pulling it through. We're getting rid of this old wire. So he's like, why don't you just tie it off on this end and just pull it through? Because I like doing things the hard way. There you go. So
This is garbage, right?
yeah.
I'm just going to hack this crap off here, because I don't want it to get hung up on anything.
Yeah, and then we'll just tie that. You could tape. No, I guess you couldn't. You'd have to use the wire first. Then we're going to pull that wire back through. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to hook this 14 gauge up to this wire so we can pull it all the way back through the tailgate. Then we'll, tape the new wire to that and then pull that through the tailgate, because we already have a wire, obviously, through. Which would be awesome as long as we don't lose the wire in the tailgate. So we just got to make sure it's tight. Don't mess it up. I'm not sure what he's doing, but...
Me neither.
All right, so just tape it. Yeah, I got electrical tape.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes it like comes off.
Well, just make it tight. Just tape it real tight. It won't come off. Trust me. It won't come off. Just tape that bitch on there tight. You got the tape?
I got fucking.
Yeah. You gonna heat shrink it on?
Yeah.
Why?
So then it's smooth.
It'll just fucking pull no matter what. Okay.
Oh,
Old one is out, baby.
yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we suck at that.
Hey, baby.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I see like a towel. Alright, sweet. So, out with the camera that did not work, in with the camera that will hopefully work. I guess with this one, we'll just tape that sucker on.
Yeah, we'll just have to tape that one good.
I'm getting something from back here a little bit. Wire.
I'll hold this down here.
Yeah. Come out just a little bit.
I hope it's that terrible.
I have done that before. That's what I'm saying. Oh, let me see. Am I already?
You might already be close.
I think I feel it. Yep, there it is. We just gotta start getting this there. Once I have this, I'll go good. Now, let's put this back down. You can put it up. You can clip it in there for a second here. You can clip it in. There it goes. Because we can always just read.
All right, lift this down.
Yeah. And what we'll do is
Do a little connecty here.
so something's down here now. Okay. Close this up.
Where did I get this?
That's all hinged up. So I was like wearing the paint away a little bit there, but there we go. So we don't have to just let this tab hang, you know what I mean? That's easy. Alright. Yeah, so then that's all we got going on here. So what I'm gonna do is take all this tape off, see what's going on under here. I actually think that this is.
Is it just split?
You know what I did here? Well, this is black, and this is red. So originally, this is from the original time I had the backup camera in here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is tied into here, but I don't know how good of a connection that is now, because the camera broke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cut this line, right? Because we're gonna reattach this line with like heat shrink or whatever. We'll solder it or whatever.
Yeah, we soldered it. I got
Put that
it.
back together, and then what we'll do is, in the process, we'll put on the reverse trigger wire and the power wire onto this green wire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then we can solder them either all together then, or we can just heat shrink this line and then T-tap those other lines back onto here, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Sounds good?
Sounds good to me.
Let's do some cutting now. Ah! That was pretty freaking awesome.
You can't find the right tool in this garage.
I need one of these, dude. Instead of like...
Yeah, dude.
This is mad nice. What is this? A Klein tool?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. I think. Oh, did I just break that? I hope not.
No.
All right. So now we just need to get some wire.
Yeah. What is that's 16 gauge.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to use my 14.
That's right.
Here. I gotta get it. It fell onto the bumper of the Jag.
Oh.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay.
Nice. And
All right. I don't remember what I got red for. I think something with the mercury.
right.
Oh. Yeah, we don't have that much room.
Yeah, I know, with this like little itty bitty guy sticking out here. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little tight. But I think it's doable. Alright. Oh yeah. The climb tool. So I went ahead and soldered this red wire to the green wire just to give me some more length, essentially. So then we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite end where I cut this other green wire here. Right, this guy. So that, you know, we can get this whole thing working. So this is gonna go to the other end of this red wire. So now essentially we'll have like a long Christmas wire. Right? Because it's green metal, right? And then what we'll do is we'll just go the hot and the reverse trigger. You bastard!
My bad.
And then that should be good, and then we can start connecting to this wire, because this is the one we need for the backup camera.
This is thin stuff.
There we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the hot and the trigger wire go into that one, right? And then this.
So everything's going together.
Yes, sir. Because this is the extender. This is all one wire, and this is going into that.
Okay.
Okay, so as you can see here, we got from the camera we have the thin red wire and the purple wire. Red's gonna be hot, purple's gonna be the trigger wire. It's gonna go to essentially the hot wire of which is green. That green wire there, that's for the reverse light. And then obviously you saw that this thicker red wire right here is just 2 gauges a little bit thicker than the green wire because we didn't have that right thickness, but it shouldn't make a big difference, right? And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna solder them all together, and we got the ground tied up already with a ground on the harness back here. So we'll ground it, we'll give it power, we'll give it the reverse trigger, and then what we'll do is we'll just start running this thing up to the front, this whole line. I'll show you guys where I put it. Alright, so Nate soldered up the power wire that was on this new, harness, and the reverse trigger wire. So the red and the purple are going into the green wire for our reverse light, and on the black wire we put the ground on there. So now this camera should have power whenever the car goes into reverse. It should get 12 volts and turn on. And whenever power hits that trigger wire, it should also say to then the head unit, which is going to be plugged in here with this yellow piece, hey, head unit, we're in reverse. And so it should automatically click over. If it doesn't, then we may have to put this purple trigger wire on the head unit trigger wire, because maybe it needs to have like that kind of connection, not just from the video feed cable. So that's the only thing that we might run into, but we're going to try and do it without this first and just plug it in and test it. And if that works, then we should be good to go. And then we can just clean up these wires, cut them, or whatever we got to do. So let's go ahead and run this wire all the way through the bottom of the truck, and I'll show you kind of like what it looks like essentially at the end, because yeah, I'm just running a wire. So what it is? What'd you hit?
The tailgate.
Oh man.
What are you going on there?
What's that?
What are you hooked on?
I'm going over the fuel filler.
Oh, the neck.
Yeah. I'll go over that. Under here, from the factory for where they have all the harness for the back. So I'm just pushing that wire essentially into that loom. And now we can run this through that hole I cut out before. Actually, no, we can't. Oh, maybe. Let me see if I can. I might have to like. I really think these aren't gonna matter that much, but I'm gonna have to like tape these all together quick. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because I don't want it to break off of this harness when I pull through. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can feel the hole, so I'm gonna go right through here. This little, what are you gonna call that? Grommet?
Yeah, it's a grommet.
So I'm gonna pull right through the grommet, and then pull it right under the carpet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just gotta get some tape. Alright, let me see if I can see it. See where I'm hung up.
Oh, they're through. They're through.
Go ahead. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And I just gotta seal that up with something like some caulking or something like that.
Yeah, you get some silicone.
Go ahead and try and grab the wrap on the. Try and grab that plastic wrap on the wire. There you go. Grab that. There you go. Pull it all over.
Holy.
Okay, that's good. Okay. I almost should have done what I did last time and ran the wire from the head unit.
Yeah, first, yeah.
Oh, jeez. You live and you learn.
Well,
It's not that hard.
now all you're just gonna have to do now is, I would plug it in and
Test it first?
make sure it works first. Yeah.
Alright. Alright, let me take all this off then. Speakers, but I don't need that yet.
Nah.
I see this. Now this has camera, it has power and ground. But what I found out is that these don't do anything. There's no power going to this at all when I tested it by multimeter.
Yeah.
So even when the car's on, this wasn't getting any power.
That's odd.
Yeah. So this is just an input. This is just an input. The reverse trigger is part of the head unit wiring harness, but this is not. This is separate. So these, actually, what's that scissor at? I'm gonna cut those ends off just in case, but they don't serve any purpose. Because when there's power to the head unit, there's no voltage going to these at all.
Oh my god, it's the moment of truth.
I know, dude. Good. So that fuse worked. I did like the first video. I do that fuse. Okay, so once it loads here, now we'll go ahead and put it in reverse. Nothing. Let's try again. Nothing. Alright, we recording?
Yeah.
Alright, good. So, we figured out we don't need this black wire and this red wire because we connected to the back. Now, originally I connected this to the head unit and it wasn't working. So if you have a similar vehicle, I probably think it's in your best interest to do what we did and hook up your red wire and your purple reverse trigger wire to the green wire in your reverse light, okay? Then your black light you have to ground as well. I ground it back there to the same, black wire that's on the ground in the reverse wire. Now the trigger wire, in theory, we're already connected to a trigger wire, and these wires had continuity when I tested with the multimeter, meaning like this red wire is the same red wire that's back there, this black wire is the same ground that's back there, and this reverse trigger wire is the same as back there. We connect to the AV input, right, and we put it in reverse, it didn't work. So one by one we were going to test it out again, troubleshooting kind of like what I did last time, and we just started with the reverse trigger wire, the purple wire on the harness that this comes with, to the purple wire on the back of the head unit. So I'm assuming if you have this truck and you're trying to get a backup camera, this didn't come standard with one, so you have to have an aftermarket unit, so you're going to have a new harness. On your new harness it should have a reverse trigger wire, and you're going to connect to that one on the harness, okay? So we have our purple wire going to the purple reverse trigger wire on the back of the harness. The red wire and the black wire, we don't need it, right? There's continuity there, so it's getting power, it's getting ground. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this into reverse and show you guys as we test it out. And there we go. Right? For what it is, it's decent quality. I think I paid like $100 for this or whatever. So now we have a working backup camera again, so we can be safe when we're backing up. And that's actually a lot cleaner video, I think, than my last one. I do like the lines, and I like that it's not at the license plate anymore. It's up a little higher. I think I can see actually a little bit better there. So
Yeah, for sure.
all right, so if anybody has questions out there on how to do this, now you guys know, because there is no videos on this with this 3-wire system for people who have that Ecoconut. People are doing newer trucks, but no one's doing older trucks. So if you have an older truck with a new head unit, this is how you're going to do it. So now we are good to go. We have our reverse on. I'm pretty happy with that. Nate, you have anything to add to this camera, backup camera install?
No, I mean, really, you gotta use what is provided with the head unit, because if it's designed for a backup camera, it's gonna have the right trigger. So you need that all the time. So
Yeah.
we'll just keep in mind, use that trigger, make sure you got power, it should be good.
Alright. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'm sure I'm going to get some. I'll try and help you out the best I can. With that, make sure you like and subscribe, alright? We're in the dark, man, okay? We've been working hard for y'all. So get on the bandwagon, baby. We'll see you guys in the next video.